Hello and welcome to another stream of Frenchman learns about the Japanese prefecture. And today we are doing Gunma Prefecture, which is above Tokyo, I guess. Not too far from Chiba, which we had done before. I guess a little bit, maybe separated by one other prefecture. But yeah, it doesn't look like one of the bigger one or anything. Doesn't mean there might not be a lot to learn and a lot of history. Should be interesting, as always. I didn't make a poll this time in the chat for like the next prefecture. I kind of forgot, so maybe I should do that right now. But first, as always, yeah, this stream is going to be me learning about the prefecture. We're going to watch a couple short videos to start off. Then we're going to take a look at Wikipedia, learning all of the relevant info. Then maybe some of the famous people and the food of the prefecture. And we're going to finish with some Google Map exploration of different places, just real quick to get a look at the place. And if you're watching the VOD, there will be timestamps with the links to all the sites we visit. The link to my Discord if you want to follow me, my stream element, Patreon where you can support me, request your action. That is usually what you can do. But yeah, once again, I'd forgotten to make a chat poll, so we should do that. Let's see. I need to put up a list of the prefecture so I can find which one I haven't done yet. And yeah, this is like the 7th or 8th stream at this point of the Japan prefecture. We are advancing quite a bit. How about me? Here we go. Start a poll. Next prefecture. So Mie prefecture. How about Aomori? How about Okayama? And how about Kumamoto? I'm just picking at random, to be honest. Like, sure, I know the names, but yeah, I don't really know much more than that. And yeah, if no one votes, as always, I'll choose myself. But yeah, should be fun. As always, I really enjoyed learning about the prefecture, you know. My series of like learning about Japanese history is continuing. We did last time, we started the Sengoku Jidai, and it's gonna take maybe 4 or 5 more streams, I think, to get through it. Next one should be soon. I think I'll do it probably Monday. I haven't set it up yet, but I think I'll do it Monday. So we're gonna keep learning about Japan's history, which so far has been pretty great. For example, like learning about the prefecture has helped me know some stuff, kind of like in the Sengoku Jidai video. They were talking about Yuga, which is Miyazaki. And you know, I kind of knew that because of the prefecture stream we've done about Miyazaki, right? And learning about Yuga, which is what it used to be called, right? I think it's been kind of great to have more context like that. Obviously, you know, the streams are still like very surface level. I only learned for like an hour or two about the prefecture, and I'm sure there's like an insane amount more stuff to learn about them. But it's already like such a good start, I would say. You know, it's a good start. But yeah, so this time I found a channel called Visit Gunma. Seems like a tourist channel for Gunma, and I found 3 videos to start off. Wandering Gunma Summer, Winter, and then Journey through Gunma. They're pretty short, but I thought this would be like a good start. As always, I didn't quite find any kind of like history video for the prefecture, you know, so we'll learn that on Wikipedia. So far again, Hokkaido has been the only one where I found some pretty substantial video about it. But yeah, here's the link to the playlist. All the prefecture streams, if you want to watch more of them. Here we go. And what I meant, I also link you the Japanese history playlist. If you want to see me learn about Japanese history, it's right here. I've already done 7 streams. We went all the way from Paleolithic, Jomon, Yayoi, Asuka, Nara, Heian, Kamakura, Muromachi, and now Sengoku Jidai. Here's the link. Here we go. Okay, well, I think that's enough yapping for me. Let's get into the learning, starting with the video. Wandering Gunma Summer. I guess I only found summer and winter. There wasn't the other 2 seasons from this channel. So it might just be like a collection of location. But again, it might not be a terrible start for the stream, so let's watch it. Wow, Montakari. Lake Usui. It looks beautiful. Ook wel great arcade. Budo. Koonji Temple and Orange Temple. I think Koonji was talked about in the Japanese toy stream that we did. Here's the James Van Park. Okay. Kanayama Castle Ruins. That I will visit. Museum too. Tsuchinoi no Stato Park. Oh, this is cool. Takumi no Sato. Oh, this is actually really cool, like this kind of little museum kind of place that makes you do some traditional craft a little bit, to just see a little bit of what the process was like, rather than you just buying it. That's the kind of stuff I do, yeah. If I were to visit Gunma Prefecture. Morinji Temple. I forget what these things are called, but they're pretty cute. I think they're yokai, but... Nagameti Yatel. Oh, définition de la Kuguri, hein. Madame, what's our bus deck tour? That's interesting. Mont Wabitsuf. So many vacations I want to go to. Kawaba Onsen, Vitoriano. Otonesaki Brewery. Like, you know, I don't drink, but I would definitely be interested in visiting a place like this. But I think the problem is, like, if they want me to drink, right, like, they want to give you a sample or something, and again, it would be awkward because I don't drink, so I think I would have a place like this, yeah. Tony Castle Camille and Kimono Experience. Ika Onsen. Somoni Onsen. Kiryu Project. Takasaki Festival. Looks like fun. Shima Onsen, so many onsen. A lantern works, it's really cool. Okay. A lot of onsen in Gunma, it seems like. I mean, I guess in almost every prefecture it's a ton of onsen and shrine temples, right? I think that's the most common things, you know. I think the temples would really be like the thing where, like, you know, I definitely visit some, but, you know, I don't know if I'd visit that many. I feel like they might start feeling semi pretty fast, right? Maybe. Okay, let's watch the winter one. Nakusanen. Wow. Monza Onsen Ski Resort. Akagi. I've heard of it. Kashosan Mirokuji Temple. Largest Tengu Mosque. That's a big nose. Shirinsan Darumaji Temple. Jiginin Temple. Mount Miyuki. Sakurayama Park. Oh, Lockhart Castle, Old Scottish Castle. Is it like a reproduction, or did some Scottish guy just move into Japan and decide to build a castle? What's the context on this one? I get to make your rail bike at a time. I have never seen that before, like a rail bike. I'd definitely try this. Life is strange, right? Hiroshi Station. Koizumi Nari Jinja Shrine. And this one. Watarase Keikoku Railway. Yoriyama Park. Okimori. No. Okiri Kominodo. Otayakisoba. That is good. Tatebayashi Udon. Kawarayu Onsen, always onsen. Usaburo Kokeshi. Takumi no Sato. Seryuzan Kichi Joji Temple. Once again. Well, that's cool. That is cool. Kimono. Alright, well, winter looks pretty good too. Wandering Gunma. Yeah, I can't lie, winter looks pretty fun too. Visit Gunma as well, yeah. Alright, and the third video is Journey through Gunma. It's cool, you can paint your own. It's very mountainous, that's for sure. I guess Japan overall. Kayaking like this in school. I always tell the story, but back in early high school, we went on a kayaking trip, and the guy was within the kayak. I think I was like in the front, and he was behind me, but he was like not doing anything. And at one point, we kind of like the water got kind of fast, and we veered off against like the side of the bank, but the bank was like really tall, right? And we hit it, and I kind of like fell out of the thing. And then I just grabbed on the side, but you know I couldn't really pull myself back in, so I just was like hanging on the side as the kayak was still like moving through the water. And then I remember like the French teacher, I think, this lady just passing by on her kayak and looking at me and being like, "What are you doing? Get back in the kayak." But you know, it's not like easy at all, because you know, if you try to pull yourself inside you're gonna flip the thing with the other guy in it. And so I had to just hang on to the thing until we had like a place where the bank was like less steep, and I could kind of get a bit on the bank and jump back into the kayak. I remember that. It was still kind of fun. Like, this looks like fun, for sure. I love it, like, tourism ad, well, they're like always so impressed by everything, but sometimes like it doesn't make sense, right? It's like, have you never seen a forest before? This looks like a pretty normal forest. I mean, it's a nice looking forest, but you know. Big glass. Shrimp. Isn't this glass mega big? Why is it so big? It's bigger than my Monster Energy can. Nico. Beautiful night location. Again, it's a nice forest, man, but you know, you don't have to act so excited for the forest. It's cool and kind of scary, like you get stuck. Wow. The craftsmanship. Green? Definitely get a red one. It's not like a couple of video kind of thing. I feel like a third wheel watching this. Journey through Gunma. I don't know if it's a couple ad, car ad, or Gunma ad. I don't really know. Okay, well, this was some good videos to see like some beautiful landscape and location of Gunma. I mean, there's quite a lot of location here that I'd definitely like to visit myself if I went to Gunma Prefecture. Definitely. But yeah, that's about the gist of it for the video. As always, not the longest one, but I think that was still a bit better than what I had the last two times. I should really try to find more tourism prefecture videos like this. I think they do the job as an opener for the stream. But yeah, now it's time to learn about the prefecture itself with the Wikipedia. So, Gunma Prefecture, Gunma-ken, is a landlocked prefecture of Japan. I don't imagine there's many of those, right? Located in the Kanto region of Honshu, Gunma Prefecture has a population of almost 2 million people as of October 2019, and there's a geographic area of 6,362 square kilometers, or 2,400 square miles. Gunma Prefecture borders Niigata and Fukushima, and then Nagano and Saitama, as well as Tochigi. Okay. Maebashi is the capital, and Takeshi is the largest city of Gunma Prefecture. I don't think I know any of those here. I haven't heard the name before. With other major cities including Ota, Isesaki, and Kiryu Kazuma. Gunma Prefecture is one of the of only 8 landlocked prefectures located on the northwestern corner of the Kanto Plain, with 14% of the total land being designated as natural park. Only 8 prefectures are landlocked. I did not know that. History. The ancient province of Gunma was the center of horse breeding and trading activities for the newly immigrated continental people of Tolajin, to Japan, the arrival of horse and the remnant of horse tackle, coincide with the arrival of a large migration from the mainland. From this point forward, the horse became a vital part of Japanese military maneuver, quickly displacing the older Yayoi tradition of fighting on foot. Okay. They have this, I'll open this one. When Mount Aruna, dormant stratovolcano in Gunma Prefecture, erupted in the 6th century, Japan was still in the prehistorical period, prior to the importation of the Chinese writing style during the Naya period. The Gunma Prefecture Archaeology Unit in 1984 was able to date the eruption through zoological anthropology at the coral site that were buried in ash. Man, Japan's history of natural disaster. Endless. In the past, Gunma was joined with Tochigi Prefecture and called Kenu Province. This was later divided into Kamitsuke, Upper Kenu and Gunma, and Shimotsuke, Lower Kenu, Tochigi. The area is sometimes referred to as Jomo. For most of Japanese history, Gunma was known as the province of Kozuke. Okay. I guess I'll keep reading this part of the history for now and then we'll go to the other page. In the early period of contact between Western nation and Japan, particularly in the late Tokugawa, it was referred to by foreigners as the Joshu states. Inside Fudai or Loyalist, Tokugawa retainer and the Tokugawa family symbol is widely seen on public building, temple and shrine. We haven't quite gotten to the Tokugawa era of the history, so I need to learn more about that. The Tenmei eruption of Mount Asarna occurred in 1783, causing enormous damage. The Tenmei eruption. Let's read about that. The Tenmei eruption was a large eruption of Mount Asama that occurred in 1783. This eruption was one of the causes of the Tenmei famine. It is estimated that about 1,500 to 1,600 people were killed in the eruption, and the event is known in Japanese as the burning of Asama in Tenmei. And the Tenmei famine was during the Edo period. The famine was the deadliest one during the early modern period in Japan. It is considered to have begun in 1782 and lasted until 1788. How many people did it kill? Is there any numbers? I mean, I assume it's massive. Okay, well, that doesn't sound any good, yeah? Eruption followed by a famine. Okay. Look at this. Has there been any major modern, volcanic eruption in Japan? I wonder, actually. Japan modern volcanic eruption. Rare time where I use ChatGPT. Let's see what it says. During a fire, modern volcanic eruptions are relatively frequent here. Mount Ontake in 2014, 63 people killed. Sakurajima, notable 2022 eruption. Mount Aso 2021 eruption. Kuchino Yarabujima 2015. So there's a good amount of eruption, but less fatal, I guess. I don't know if people worry a lot about volcanic eruption in Japan over earthquake. Earthquake seems to be the main worry. Well, earthquake and subsequent tsunami, Yeah. I guess eruption are on a smaller scale, yeah. Okay, the first modern silk factories were built with Italian and French assistance at Annaka in the 1870s. Weird. I didn't know that. Known for their handiwork in factories, the Yara Miliano were renowned for their craft. In the early Meiji period, in what was locally called the Gunma incident of 1884, a bloody struggle between the idealistic democratic westernizer and the conservative Prussian model nationalist took place in Gunma and neighboring Nagano. The modern Japanese army gunned down farmers with new repeating rifle built in Japan. Why the farmers? The farmers in Gunma were said to be the first victim of the Murata rifle. Let me open that. Whoa, the Murata repeating rifle. It was the first indigenously produced Japanese service rifle, adopted in 1880 as the Meiji Type 13 Murata single-shot rifle. The 13 referred to the adoption date, the year 13 in the Meiji period. Why did they gun down like civilian though? I wonder if there's any more context about this. The Gunma incident of 1884. Let me see if I can find something. The Shimono Shimbun announced that on May 16, gamblers from Usui District and Kita Kanwa District gathered at the base of Mount Miyogi, set off a signal fire that reached as far as Sugawara. They raided houses and took guns, swords and spears. Around 1 a.m. in the morning of the 16th, around 200 men shouted a battle cry, surrounded the factory of Okabe Tamesaku, and called for him to come out. 2 policemen said that he had left. The mob set fire to the building, and then Okabe and family came out. They cheered. Then they went on to Okubo village, and the mob reached 600. They went into hiding on Mount Miyogi. Police from Maebashi, Tomioka, Takashi, Matsuden, and Yasunaka were dispatched to Mount Miyogi. They arrested 4 leaders, and the rest fled. The paper also reported that Tamesaku, who was also the district head Kocho, had lent considerable money. The area had many people suffering and could not repay their interest. Last year they asked for benevolence, but it was not granted. People from over 30 villages then went to the prefectural office and court. Not only was their appeal not heard, Tamesaku responded that he was interested in the property. Thus the incident reached the level of violence. Okay, I feel like I'm even more confused after reading this. It feels like the kind of thing where like I need some history video about it. I'll write it down in my notepad. Maybe there's some video I can eventually watch about it. But yeah, okay, that's a lot. In the 20th century, the Japanese aviation pioneer Nakajima Chikushi of Ozumi, Gunma Prefecture, founded the Nakajima Aircraft Company. At first, he produced mostly licensed models of foreign design, but beginning with the old Japanese Nakajima 91 fighter plane in 1931, his company became a world leader in aeronautical design manufacture, with its headquarters of Ota, Gunma-ken. The factory now produces Subaru motor car and other products under the name of Subaru, ne Fuji Heavy Industry. In the 30s, German architect Bruno Julius Florian Todt lived and conducted research for a while in Takasaki. He was active during the Weimar Republic and is known for the theoretical work as well as his building design. The Girard incident, which disturbed US-Japanese relations in the 1950s, occurred in Gunma in 1957 at Somagahara Base near Shibukawa. It was the killing of a Japanese civilian Naka Sakai by United States Army soldier William S. Girard in Soma, Gunma Prefecture on January 30th, 1957. Interesting. I'll potentially also learn about this in some video eventually. I'll write it down. 4 modern prime ministers are from Gunma: Takeo Fukuda, Yasuhiro Nakasone, Keizo Obuchi, and Yasuo Fukuda, the son of Takeo. Okay. Well, that's quite a lot already, but yeah. Let's go to the other like history page in this. Keno Province and Kozuke Province. Is no province of Japan prior to the Nara period. Keno was located in the area of Tochigi and Gunma. So I guess we're gonna learn, there's not much. Prior to the administrative reform of the Taiyo Code, that was in 703. Oh, the Ritsuryosei, okay. Yeah, the law code of Asuka period, maybe? Kano province encompassed the area that subsequently would be divided into Kozuke province. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so there isn't much to know at this point, okay. So the real interesting part is probably Kozuke, yeah? So Kozuke province, Kozuke no Kuni, was a province of Japan. In the area of Japan that is studied Gunma Prefecture, Kozuke bordered Echigo, Shinano, Musashi, and Shimotsuke. I definitely recognize stuff like Musashi, like in the Sengoku Jidai right now. We're on the early part with, Musashi, the Uesugi, and the Takeyetama, I think? I forget which family I'm talking about. I'm probably wrong. Its abbreviated form name was Joshu. Doesn't Joshu in Japanese mean like assistant? Under the Engishiki classification system, Japanese Book of Law and Custom. This one from 927. Kozuke was ranked as one of the 13 great countries in terms of importance and one of the 30 far countries in terms of distance from the imperial capital Kyoto. I mean, wouldn't Kyoto be very close? If we look, Gunma is right here, and actually no, Kyoto is down there, right? Wait, where is Kyoto? I'm having a brain stroke. I think Kyoto is like... Oh yeah, it's right here. Here we go. Kyoto is definitely okay. It's pretty far. I think I have a bad habit of like confusing two parts of the map in Japan. This big like part of the map, right? I tend to confuse with like Chiba, which is way smaller, obviously. So sometimes I like look at Kyoto. Well, without knowing Kyoto, looking at the map, I tend to think of Kyoto as like Tokyo, and this is Chiba, but no, it's way too big. It's way too big. I'll get to remember that like Hyogo is next to Kyoto. Yeah. Anyway, okay. The provincial capital is located in what is now called the city of Maebashi. However, its exact location remains uncertain. The Ichimomiya of the province is located in what is now the city of Tomioka. The what? Ichinomiya is a Japanese historical term referring to the Shinto shrine with the highest rank in a province. Naruhodo. History: during the 4th century AD, the Kofun period, the area of modern Gunma and Tochigi Prefecture were known as Kenno or Kennu, literally airy field. Airy field, that's a funny name. But used as ateji, principally referred to kanji used for phonetically represent native or borrowed word. Okay. So not different from like katakana. Or flood field in reference to an imperial agricultural area. At some unknown point in the 5th century, the area was divided at the Kinugawa River into Kemitsu-keno, Upper Keno, and Shimotsu-keno, Lower Keno. Per the Nara period Taiyo Code, so it was Nara, okay. This province became Kemitsu-keno no Kuni and Shimutsu-keno no Kuni. At some point, the no meaning field was reanalyzed as the possessive particle no, resulting in shortened name without the Kuni or province portion. I always thought Kuni was more like country, right? Yeah. Or Kemitsuke and Shimotsuke. In 713, with the standardization of province name into the two kanji, this name became Kemitsuke and Shimotsuke. Later, regular sound change caused Kemitsuke to shift to Kotsuke, and then to modern Kozuke. That is a crazy evolution. Shimotsuke, Kemitsuke, Kotsuke, and then Kozuke. Language evolution is interesting. I mean, I'm not gonna act like it's any different in France. I once watched a video about like the evolution of French language throughout the age, and I think you need to go back only like 400, maybe 500 years, and there's some words that I understand, but things are like still so different that I couldn't speak to someone. Yeah. During the Heian period, from the year 811, Kozuke along with Itachi and Kazusa was one of the 3 provinces where an imperial prince was designated as the nominal ruler. The area was noted for its production of horses. The original capital of the province was located in what is now Maebashi, along with the Kokubunji and the Soja of the province. Kokubunji is the temple, right? Yeah. The Ichinomiya was located in what is now the city of Tomioka. Wait, so wouldn't the Kokubunji be the Ichinomiya? Or is that different? During the Sengoku period, Kozuke was contested between the Ojo clan and the Takeda clan and Uesugi clan. Yep. I've only watched the beginning so far of the Sengoku Jidai, but we've learned that at least. I guess we're gonna read a bit of spoiler, but it's fine. After the establishment of the Tokugawa shogunate, much of the province was assigned to the feudal domain. The Nakasendo and the Mikuni Kaido highway passed through the province, and numerous post stations were established. Makes sense. I mean, it's actually like, you know, kind of like middle of Honshu, so you kind of have to pass by it. Yeah. Though it's definitely very mountainous, right? Yeah. Following the Meiji Restoration, the various domains became prefecture with the abolition of the Han system in 1871. These various prefectures merged to form Gunma Prefecture in 1876. The area subsequently prospered with the development of sericulture, I don't know what sericulture is, and silk spinning industry. Okay, I don't want to sleep too long tonight. Sericulture. Production of silk and rearing of silkworm for this purpose. Naruhodo. Historical district, Bakumatsu period domain, notes. Okay, well, that's about it for the Kozuke province part of it. What is this? Hiroshige Ukiyo-e, Kozuke in the famous scene of the 60 state, depicting Mount Aruna on the snow. Okay. Okay, well, I guess I'm definitely gonna see more of Kozuke province in the Sengoku Jidai. Yeah, the Ojo, the Takeda, and the Uesugi are all pretty big deal, and they've been fighting with this area. I think earlier I was referring to, like, yeah, the Ojo fighting the Uesugi. That's probably what I was talking about. I am very confused, very often. Indeed. Okay, that's it for this article. We also had this one, which is the list of historic sites in Gunma. Okay, you have the... Oh, you have a lot actually. That's the longest list. Interesting. Well, let's take a look at a few at least. The Kainazawa Stele. Another period stele discovered in the Yamana neighborhood of the city of Takasaki, Gunma Prefecture. Man, so this is from when? I wish they'd give me a bit more like info. Another stele, the Yamanoe stele and Kofun. The Tago stele. Kayano site. Watanuki Kanayama Kofun. Kofun is definitely like places I'd like to visit. Yeah, this kind of you know, ancient Kofun burial ground. They're pretty cool, for sure. The inside of a Kofun, yeah. I don't know if I'd go inside though. Or a silk mill. I'm kind of scared of worm, but maybe I'd visit, yeah. Man, it makes me think of that game. What's that our game with silkworm? Japanese horror game, silkworm. Olokokun, yeah. If you haven't played it, it's a pretty awesome horror game. I really like it. Both as an horror game, but for the story too. And there's quite a bit about like silkworm, silkworm stuff. It's you know, I'd say one of my favorite like walking simulator horror game. It's memorable, yeah. I had actually streamed it on my channel. Rare time where I did an horror game, and I really enjoyed it. Okay, well, I guess we'll leave it at that. I don't think we need to go through a list of like famous historical sites, even though, you know, it is kind of interesting. So next we have the geography thing. Onolek, Jizodake. One of only 8 landlocked prefectures in Japan, Gunma is the northwesternmost prefecture of the Kanto Plain, except for the central and southeast area, where most of the population is concentrated. It is mostly mountainous. It really seems mountainous. To the north are Niigata and Fukushima Prefecture. To the east lies Tochigi. To the west lies Nagano and the Saitama Prefecture to the south. Okay. None that we really touched on yet. Some of the major mountains in Gunma are Mount Akagi, Mount Aluna, Mount Miyogi, Mount Nikoshirane, Mount Asama. Mount Akagi, I feel like it's been featured in anime, maybe in other stuff. Oh, it was in Initial D. Okay, maybe that's why I knew it then. Yeah. Okay, yeah. It was in Initial D. I guess Mountainous Roads is perfect for Initial D. I saw like the news, the new Forza Horizon in Japan. It's gonna have like some of the, the actual Toge roads, and it's gonna be pretty awesome. Yeah. As of April 2012, 14% of the total land area of the prefecture was designated as a natural park, namely Joninetsu Kogen, Nikko and Ose National Park, and Miyogi Arafune, Sakukogen Quasi-National Park. I don't know if 14% is actually like a ton. I wonder like, what's the prefecture with the most percentage? I say that almost every time. Okay. Town and villages. Maebashi. Maebashi I might have actually heard of. Maybe. Maybe in some anime or something. It's possible. Takasaki. I kind of like this. A good amount of green in the middle of the like different district maybe of the city. Ota. Kiryu. Is Kiryu Kazuma actually born here? Sorry for all the noise in the background, by the way. If you hear too much, I can't do much about it. Next, the climate. Because Gunma is situated in inland Japan, the difference in temperature in the summer compared to the winter is large, and there is less precipitation. This is because of the Karakaze anti-wind. Okay. A strong dry wind that occurs in the winter when the snow falls on the coast of Niigata. The wind carrying cloud with snow are obstructed by the Echigo mountain, and it also snows there. Although the high peaks do not let the wind go past them, for this reason the wind changed into the Karakaze. On August 5, 2025, Ise Saki, a city located in Gunma Prefecture, recorded a temperature of 41 degrees Celsius. The hottest temperature ever registered in Japanese history. I mean, I'm acting like this is insane, but I mean, I have been in 41 degrees Celsius. Like in France, it's not been that crazy to be over 40. I mean, it might happen a few times summer, and like especially, if you're working out in the sun, it's definitely like that. I mean, years ago, when I worked in, cutting trees and vegetation in rivers in the south of France, I definitely walked in like 40 to 45 degree sun, and I can tell you that it was terrible to the point where half of the team was just dead. There was one guy that just started puking and had like a heat stroke and needed to just lie down. I mean, it was hell, is what I can say. Yeah. It's pretty bad. I mean, Japan is known to be pretty hot. So, yeah. I don't know. I guess it's a lot. The average yearly precipitation, okay. Average yearly temperature, 14 degrees Celsius. Not bad. Not bad. Demographics, that's always interesting. How are we doing? Okay, so 1 million in 1920, almost 2 million by now. And everything was growing until the 2000s, and I guess it's been slowly descending since the 2000s. Like most prefecture, yeah. Yeah. I guess we've lost like a few 100,000 people. It's maybe not as dramatic as I think last time we did. Wait, what did we do last time? Yeah, we did Saga, and Saga was like, I think they lost 2 million people. No, not 2 million. Well, it was a big number at least. It was a very worrying number, obviously. I mean, the birth rate thing is still like a problem for all the different prefectures, no matter what. Yeah. Yeah. It's really something. Economy. Gunma and modern industries include transport equipment and electrical equipment, concentrated around Maebashi and the eastern region nearest to Tokyo. More traditional industries include sericulture, the silkworm, in agriculture. Gunma major agricultural products include cabbage and konnyaku. What is that? Oh, it's a flowering plant in the family Alaceae. Devilton, voodoo lily, or snake palm. Okay. And Gunma produces over 90% of Japan's konnyaku, and 2/3 of the farm in the village of Tsumagoi are cabbage farm. Also in the city of Ota, it's famous for the car industry, notably the Subaru factory. Yeah. There's a local dialect, non-Japanese, as Gunma-ben or Joshu-ben. I don't really know if I've heard it before. You know what? We could take a quick look. Gunma-ben. Can I get a quick example? Maybe not. Joshu-ben. I'm sure if I like search in Japanese I could find it, but okay. I guess I won't get to it. Gunma is a traditional card game called Jomo Karuta. I know about Karuta. Different is it? It features people, place, and things of regional and or cultural importance, okay? Yeah. Karuta is a game they play in Shiafuru, right? Yeah. Famous food. In 2007, the Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries held an event to find the top 100 best local dish across all of Japan. 3 dishes were featured from Gunma: yakimanju, orikomi, and konnyaku. Melody roads. As of 2018, Gunma is home to 11 of Japan's over 30 melody roads. Oh, that's cool, yeah. I've never rode on one, but I've heard of this kind of roads. 2,559 grooves cut into a 175-meter stretch of the road surface and transmit a tactile vibration through the wheels into the car body. The roads can be found in Katashina, Minakami, Takayama, Kana, Ueno, Kusatsu, Tsumagoi, Nakanojo, Takasaki Midori, and Maebashi. Each is of a different length and play a different song. Naganohara also used to be home to a melody road playing Ai Luka, Lukash Siloka. Is that Swedish? No, Czech, Slovakian. Okay. Czech and Slovakian song. Though the road in question was paved over in 2013 due to noise complaints. I mean, it's a cool concept, musical road, but I don't know. I guess you don't want every road to be like this, yeah? Songs, there is Kusatsu, Kusatsubushi, Takayama, When You Wish Upon a Star, Tsumagoi, Oh My Darling Clementine, Nakanojo, Always With Me, and the Japanese title is Itsumo no Demo. Oh, From Spirited Away. That's cool. That's what I would like to see, yeah? And you need to drive at 40 miles an hour, 40 kilometers per hour. And Katashina is Memories of Summer. Isn't that Joe Hisaishi, I think? When driven over 50 kilometers an hour. This is cool, like, I would definitely try something like this. Government, okay. Universities, sport. Baseball, the Gunma Diamond Pegasus. Let's see if they've done anything good. They were established as part of the expansion of the league and began playing in 2008 season. 3 championships, 2009, 14 and 16, and 5 division championship. Okay. I'm guessing that's good. They also have football, the Tespa Gunma, and the Tonan Maebashi, both based in Maebashi. Rugby is Panasonic World Knights. Panasonic is a camera company, right? Basketball is the Gunma Crane Thunders. Gunma is also famous for the ski resort in the mountain. It's the only prefecture in Japan to have all 4 legal types of gambling on race: horse, bicycle, auto, and boat. This changed with the closing of the last horse race track in Takasaki in 2004. Wait, I'm confused. I thought it was... Like, I know Japan is very weird about gambling. You know, like we all know that pachinko is legal. We all know that horse gambling is legal. But I guess in some prefecture you can bet on like boat, horse, or vehicle racing for some reason. This is what this is implying, at least. Very confusing. I don't really get that. One day I need to like watch a video about like Japan gambling laws. You know what? I should write that down. I need to learn that. Japan gambling laws and history. Okay, let me drink a bit. So, tourism. There's a lot, it seems. Like, quite a lot. There's a lot of onsen. The most famous is Kusatsu Onsen. Northwest of Tokyo, there are 13 public baths at Kusatsu Onsen. The small bathhouses that are free for both town residents and tourists are managed by the townspeople themselves. They are free. Count me in. And looking at this looks like it might be pretty old school, you know? Oh wow, look at this. Beautiful place. Oh yeah, we saw it in a video earlier, okay. I recognize it. When was this created? Doesn't seem to list like a creation date or anything. Another draw is the mountainous Gunma is the ski resort. And then there's a list of like a bunch of cool locations. Falls, museum arc. Museum, lake, mount. Museum of Modern Art. Sankenkyo. What is this? Tri-point between Tochigi, or it's just like a meeting between prefecture. There's a Daruma temple. You have the Kiryu Yagibushi festival. Okay. You have the Tomioka silk mill. The Daruma Dole at the Shorinzan Daruma temple in the Takasaki. And then you have Kaneshi Pass on the border of Nagano prefecture. It's famous on the internet. Kaneshi Pass, why is it famous? Transportation. The prefecture symbol consists of the first kanji of the word Gunma, surrounded by 3 stylized mountains symbolizing the 3 important mountains of Gunma: Mount Aruna, Akagi, and Miyogi. Well, that's cool. I like actually knowing what the symbol is for. For marketing, the prefectural government also use Gunma-chan. Is it a mascot? It's nice when there's no picture. Oh, here we go. That's Gunma-chan. Kawaii. Very Sanrio kind of design. Yeah. I like it. This is empty. Gunma-chan, a small, super deformed drawing of a horse character wearing a green cap. It is used on promotional posters, banners, and other notable printed material from the prefectural government. Other agencies and companies, formally or informally, use variation of its likeness and horse-shaped character when making signs or notices for work on building, roads, and other public notice. I mean, they did mention earlier that like Gunma is very famous, well, for horses. I wonder if like it was more back in the day and less these days, you know? In popular culture, there are various manga and anime that were based in the setting in Gunma, such as A Place Further Than the Universe. Masterpiece, 10 out of 10, a favorite for me. If you never watched it, I recommend it. it's not really about Gunma Prefecture, it's basically about Antarctica. It's about like a bunch of girls who want to join like a civilian expedition to Antarctica for like scientific reason and personal reason for one of the girls. And half of the anime is about them, you know, making plans to get to that expedition. And I did not realize that it took place in Gunma. That's interesting. It's a really good show, like, I really recommend it. Sora Yuri Motori Basho in Japanese. The Flowers of Evil, I've not read that one, but I know about it, yeah. Akuno Ana, yeah. I think it's something I should watch eventually, or read. The first part of the series is set in Kiryu Gunma. Initial D, okay, so yeah, some of Initial D is in Gunma. Gunma. Okay, yeah. That makes sense, actually. That makes sense. Maibashi Witches, that's pretty good idol magical girl anime, I guess, yeah. It's a good show. It's a good show. Nichijou 2 is in Gunma. Okay. Well, I did not realize, but awesome. Nichijou is, you know, one of the most funny anime out there, I would say. That's great. And you don't know Gunma yet. I don't know this one. And the main character in Zone 100 is from Gunma. Okay. I mean, obviously that's like a small list. Looking at like, you know, all the one here, I'm sure there's a lot more manga in Gunma. 2022 Japanese wave, yeah. I guess that's where they reached 41 degrees. Okay, and that's about it. Well, man, that was a pretty good Wikipedia. I feel like this one is a little bit more meaty than some of the other one. At first I thought this would be smaller because it looks like a smaller prefecture, but yeah, I'm satisfied. We learned a lot about Gunma. There was a really good amount of knowledge that they shared in this one. I'd say right now Gunma is definitely on my, like, if I had a top list of prefecture I'd like to visit, yeah, it would be top 3, I think. Yeah. Yeah. I think so. Hokkaido might be number 1, but yeah. By the way, yeah, this is like the 3 mountains, I guess, the symbols. Even though I don't know how you see them as mountain. This one is kind of... Oh no, wait, no, this is the mountain, okay, I'm stupid. Then what is this representing? Or is this just like the Tokugawa design? Okay, well, very interesting Wikipedia. Now let's take a look at the food. I found this article by the site Visit Gunma GB, Tasting Gunma, a journey through Gunma's authentic cuisine. Takasaki pasta. Wow, this looks like a lot of stuff. Gunma is one of Japan's leading producers of wheat, which has had a major impact on cuisine throughout the prefecture. The city of Takasaki is referred to as Pasta Town. I love me some pasta. I had pasta this morning, carbonara pasta. And it's famous across Japan for a large number of pasta restaurants. They are so serious about pasta that every year they host an annual King of Pasta competition to see which restaurant pasta dish reigns supreme. If you want to try homemade pasta at a reasonable price, stop by Shango, a short walk from Jia Takasaki Toniyamachi station. That's a mouthful. Shango has spread the culture of pasta across Takasaki since it opened around 50 years ago. Signature dish includes Shango-style spaghetti with a satisfyingly thick and rich meat sauce, topped with a crisp and juicy fried pork cutlet. Seafood lovers should order Vesuvius, widely considered the classic pasta dish of Takasaki. The spicy take on pescatore sauce piled high with fresh seafood is said to have originated in Shango and is now offered at restaurants around Takasaki, including Buongiorno. Hello in Italian. I did 3 years of Italian. That's all I can say. A popular restaurant which has won the King of Pasta competition several times. Buongiorno. I like pasta. I don't know if I really love pasta with seafood. But then this one looks really good. Yeah, this one looks really good. Maebashi Yakimanju. That looks really tasty. I'm hungry. Another wheat-based favorite, the yakimanju is a dish that originated in the Edo period, 1600 to 1800, and has been a staple in Gunma ever since. This dumpling-like bun are skewered on a stick, covered in a sweet miso sauce, and roasted over hot charcoal for a savory sweet snack with a little bit of chew. The abundance of good quality water gave rise to a local brewing culture for making sake, miso, and soy sauce, which add an extra flavor dimension to local dishes, and make an ideal souvenir to take home from Maebashi. Yakimanju, man. I could eat like 20 of these. In Kiryu, the sauce katsudon and kororin shumai. Katsudon I know I'd be into. Shumai I don't really know. While sauce katsudon is now a dish you can find in any corner of Japan, Kiryu is said to be one of the cities that pioneered the popular dish. Sauce katsudon consists of a breaded and fried tender pork cutlet, trapped with a savory sweet sauce, served over rice. Restaurants in the city use Gunma pork, valued in its soft texture and delicate flavor. The sauce can be soy sauce based or Worcestershire sauce. Each restaurant has its own sauce variation, so try as many as you can to find your favorite. Another local specialty is kororin shumai. This tasty snack looks like Chinese shunai dumpling, but are actually made from potato, onion and starch, with pork fat for extra flavor, topped with nori flake and served with a tasty sauce. Kororin shumai are said to have first become popular after World War II and are now a nostalgic treat sold in local stores. Okay, I mean, this one I'm not too sure, like some of the elements might not be my thing, but maybe the package would taste good. So it's definitely one of the ones that I would say like I have to try, before saying anything. I think that's fair. In Tomioka, there's the Orumon age. Very fried. Orumon is a blanket term for offal. Oh, okay. But Tomioka's signature dish, Orumon age, has a little secret. It isn't deep fried offal, as the name suggests, but in fact, chikua fish cake. Okay, it did look like fried fish, yeah. Covered in breadcrumbs, skewered and fried. This cheap and tasty snack is a favorite among local children, and each shop serves this tasty treat with its own special Worcestershire sauce blend. This I think I would really like. I mean, fried stuff is great. In Isesaki, there's the Isesaki monja. Monjayaki is a savory dish comprised of various ingredients in a fried batter that can be found throughout the country, but Gunma has its own twist on the dish in the form of Isesaki monja. The dish is covered with a unique sauce made from spicy curry powder, soy sauce, and strawberry syrup. Isesaki monja was served as a candy store in the area during the Showa era, 1926 to 89, and these days it is enjoyed as a nostalgic throwback to a simpler time. Okay. I can't lie, it would be kind of weird, right? Like just the mix of like curry powder, soy sauce and strawberry syrup. Like if you tell me like this, it doesn't sound great, but maybe it's good, yeah. Ota, Joshu Ota Yakisoba. Now that looks really good. The city of Ota is an industrial center with many factories. Workers moved to the area while business was booming, giving rise to one of Japan's three major types of yakisoba, Joshu Ota Yakisoba. What sets this thick soba noodle apart is the unique black color, derived from the sweet and spicy sauce. The dish is cheap, delicious and filling, which is why it has maintained the popularity over the years. Cheap and good is what I like. Numata, there's tonkatsu and miso pan. Tonkatsu I know I would love, yeah. Okay. Miso bread. If you still haven't had your fill of delicious Gunma pork, stop by Numata. This town is on a local road called the Joshu Numata Tonkatsu Highway, where many restaurants serve tonkatsu. For a sweet treat, try another local specialty, miso pan. This homemade bread is filled with a sweet paste made from red miso and brown sugar, and makes a great snack. Okay, I mean, actually this might be good. The bread just looks a little like stale, you know? Kusatsu, the onsen manju. Manju are great. Never had any, but I know I would love it. Strolling around the steaming Batake hot spring field of Kusatsu Onsen is an iconic experience you can only have in Gunma. While there, keep an eye out for the local dish that takes full advantage of the hot spring, onsen manju. This bun, which originated in Ikao Onsen, are made with brown sugar and lightly sweet bean paste, steamed to perfection in wooden box. Each shop had their own nuance, so try to find your favorite. In Ikao, there's the Ishidan Tama Konnyaku. Okay, they look like little peaches or something. The Ishidan stone step are an iconic symbol of another of Gunma's onsen town, Ikao. While strolling up and down the 365 step in this retro spring resort, be sure to try the local specialty, Ishidan Tama Konnyaku. Gunma Prefecture is the country's leading producer of konnyaku, and these hot round yam cake are steeped in a delicious soy sauce, served 3 to a skewer. Feel free to accent it with a spicy mustard or dried chili. Okay, kind of unique. Minakami, there's the dam curry. I know this one. I think in Yurukam season 3, there's a part about dam curry, which is, you know, literally just like curry, and you kind of like make the rice like the form of a dam, basically, holding the sauce, rather than like a normal way of curry where, you know, the sauce is all over, right? It's kind of funny. It's kind of like play with your food kind of thing, you know, and then you can bridge the dam. I like that. While Minakami is an area of natural beauty, the landscape are also associated with 5 major dams in the area. Using the dam as a motif, restaurants in the area serve a fun twist on curry, one of Japan's most popular dishes. The rice resembles the arched wall of a dam and is arranged to block off the curry in the bowl. Like water in a reservoir, in addition to the visual appeal, no 2 restaurants use the same recipe. There are almost endless variations of the theme. And that's it. Yeah, I mean, this I would definitely have. It just seems funny to eat, you know. I think that would be fun to have, definitely. Okay, well, I'm hungry, and I would say, yeah, man, good amount of variety. Some of these definitely feel like I just have to give a try, because just reading about them probably doesn't do a great job, right? Isesaki Monja, Kororin Shumai, yeah. They're the ones that I think I would like need to give a chance, because just like this I don't really know if I'd like them, but otherwise, you know, stuff like Yakimanju, yeah, I'm sure I would enjoy that. Okay, well, good food, all I can say. Next, let's take a look real quick at a list of people. Mai Shiraishi. Oh, she was in Norizaka 46. I see. Oh, Atsushi Sakurai. Wow, he was from Gunma. Rest in peace. He's the legendary vocalist of Bactic, you know, classic visual K band, which I discovered with the enemy Shiki. You know, kind of a random thought, but where does Shiki take place? I kind of wonder, actually. Where does Shiki take place? Oh, it's not really said. It's like in a small Japanese village called Sotoba, but I guess they probably don't say exactly where. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I mean, it wouldn't be crazy for it to be in Gunma, I assume. Yeah, so one of the opening is from Bactic, and that's how I discovered Bactic. And unfortunately, I always told myself for a long time, you know, I want to listen to more Bactic. You know, they were like on my list of Japanese bands that I would eventually really get into. And unfortunately, 3 or 4 years ago, I heard about the death of Atsushi Sakurai, and that's when I finally decided to get into Bactic, which is sad, you know, because it just died. And yeah, since then I've become even more of a big fan. Their music is awesome. I mean, visual K, but a lot more than that. A lot of variety over, you know, almost, I think, 30 years of music. And the band's still going. I mean, they haven't given up. One of the members took over vocals, I believe. But yeah, rest in peace, Atsushi Sakurai. Akari Asaina. Oh, AV actress. AV actress, okay. Fair enough. Not familiar. Shio, actress. Ryoka Shinohara, singer and actress. Yume Shinjo. Oh, she was in some Tokusatsu. Kima Ranger. Keta Machida, actor. Oh, Yui Ogura, a seiyuu, very famous. Okay, awesome. Hikaru Saeki. She's the first female in the entire Japanese Self-Defense Force to achieve the rank of Maritime... Admiral of the Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Force. Okay. Very cool. Ayaka Wada, she was in the project. She was the leader of Angame, which I've checked out a few times, so I'm familiar with Ayaka Wada, yeah. Kiyoshi Ogawa. He was a Japanese naval aviator of the Imperial Navy during World War II and a kamikaze pilot. I see. And he died kamikaze himself, yeah. Okay. Sheiki Mukai, a Japanese physician and JAXA astronaut. She was the first Japanese woman in space. Okay. And the first Japanese citizen to have 2 space flights. Very nice. Okay. Saori Yuki, singer. Okay. Lentaro Mikuni. Asai. Pro wrestler. I guess I'll pass until I recognize someone I know. Aya Uchida. Yeah, Love Live. Yeah. Kimono Friend. Fair enough. Seiyuu. Definitely familiar. Okay. Oh wow, Keiju Kobayashi, an actor who appeared in 253 films in 67 years. I wonder, what is the number of, what actor who's been in the most movie? Let's see. What actor has been in the most movie? I see. I always forget his name. Wait, let's see. They have a list. El Machete. Robert Loggia, 138 movies. Walter Brennan, 166. Michael Ironside, 194. John Carradine, 211. Gertrude Astor, 226. Oh, Danny Trejo, 341, yeah. I mean, he was also in games. He was in Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, Ryoga Gotoku 8. Eric Roberts, 661 movies. Best Flowers, 900 movies. Kaneganti Blamanandan, 1,000 plus movies. That's insane. And number 1 is Manorama, 1,500 plus movies. Indian actress, I assume. In 60 years. I mean, that's crazy. That's all I can say. That's crazy. Even if obviously she wasn't the main character every time, right? Even if she was only in the movie for 5 seconds or something, that's still insane, right? Yeah. Okay. Kind of random tangent, sorry. 200 is still very impressive. A lot of baseball players, I see. So Gunma is good with a baseball player. Sumo wrestler. Boxer. Tadashi Miyara. A lot of baseball player, okay. Yeah. I guess Gunma people are pretty good at baseball. That's good to know. In boxing as well, it seems. What about kickboxing, this guy? Hiromi Yamada. Mitsuru Adachi is from Gunma. This is the guy behind touch and all that, right? I'm pretty sure. How do you see his work? I don't know how you do it on this site. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure, yeah. He's the guy behind many famous baseball manga. Okay. Okay, awesome. Awesome. I'm sure there's more people to look into, but we'll leave it at that. Okay, well, let's get to the last part of the stream as always, which is taking a look right here. Let's do it like this. Let me just adjust the chat. Like this. Okay, well, let's take a look at some, a little bit of the places in Google Map. I mean, again, I always like doing that for a little bit. It's kind of fun to do. But yeah, it's really small when you look at it from the top. It's also weirdly shaped like a leaf, right? Like if you turn it, this little part is the bottom of the leaf, and then the shape is the actual leaf. Interesting. Actually, what's at the bottom of the leaf? Let's kind of go inside and let's go like this, by the way. Oh wow, okay. Yeah. Let's go in Maebashi first. Maebashi. I guess I didn't know Maebashi because of Maebashi Witches, yeah. Since I know that anime. But in my head I didn't know the name was based on the city, you know what I mean? I really like this kind of little train crossing in the middle of the city. Barber shop. Okay. Oh wow. Someone is taking very good care of their trees. Look at this. Very nice. Very nice. Self-laundry family. Japan has a lot of self-laundry place, like washing machine place. Must be a culture thing, a lot of people, I guess, live in places that are too small to have a washing machine, maybe. Panasonic. So they just go to like a coin washing machine place. Interesting way to do this. Like just cut a little bit of the air in between, but leave the fence. Okay. Artistic choice, I guess. A lot of empty field, huh? I'm more in residential neighborhood, I know. It's pretty chill though, I like it. There's really an appeal to like such a chill little cozy neighborhood, I would say. Alright. Is there like a more lived in area in Maebashi? Maybe if I go in the middle like this. Nah, it doesn't look that different. It's okay though, as always, I'm not looking for anything in particular, I'm just vibing, Virtual tourism, I guess. Oh, what did I do? My bad. Here we go. I was just looking at the air conditioning, like, damn, there's a lot of air conditioning in it. Definitely something pretty different, right? In France, it's pretty rare to see air conditioning in it. Even though it gets insanely hot during summer, yeah, it's really not in the culture to have it. Maybe rich people, and if you go to like what I would call like a rich business office, if you go to like a lawyer or maybe shit, what's the word? Like a dentist or something, yeah, they might have air conditioning. That's way more common. Actually, no, it's not they might, they definitely do. But in most like apartments and people's house, yeah. In France, you don't see air conditioning, even though, yeah, like summers are brutal. I mean, like I used to live in the south, and I can tell you that it was utter hell trying to survive with just a fan. You're talking about months of just like always feeling wet. So that's one thing I like about Japan. It might be hot, but you know, air conditioning is not too hard to find, I guess. But I'm sure there's still some people who really can't afford it, and some apartments who just don't have it. I'm sure that's still a thing. What is this place? Hearing aid store. Interesting. Interesting. Why is this the logo though? That's my question. Okay. So that was my bashi. It's kind of hard to... Can you give me Gunma? Yeah, it's kind of hard to know without this. Where could we go in Gunma? I was looking for Kiryu, but I don't know where it is. Man, you can just see like from this map right here, yeah. Like the amount of mountainous area, it's kind of crazy. They said 14% is national park, right? But man, even if it's not national park or nature park, like the amount of mountain is kind of crazy. It's all centered right here, yeah. We could go to Numata. Let's go to Numata. No. First apartment building. That's a school, I guess. It's interesting to see a school with like such an open, what would you call it, like an open courtyard. Like where I went to school, be it kindergarten, middle school, elementary school, high school, you had fans that were like as tall as this, basically. I mean, I'm not saying we were prisoners, but we were definitely prisoners. The fans were like, yeah, like 2.5 meters or something. I mean, yeah. And for good reason, because I won't lie. I can tell you that a lot of kids would definitely disappear. You know, would definitely take the opportunity to skip school. If it was like, you know, easy to live. Obviously you can still skip school if you climb over a fence, but that's harder to do without being noticed by a snitch or the, you know, what's the word for it? Like that teacher, but the one who look into the kids during the courtyard time. In French we were calling them the pion. I don't even remember why that was the name. Yeah. Yeah. I don't have great memories of courtyard anyway. Samurai. Looks like Akechimitsu no? Maybe Takeya Shingen, I don't know. Cool vending machine though. Always the boys vending machine. Playing the Yakuza game, that's what I've expected the most. There's always this vending machine. Oh, can we not go in here? What is this place? I wanted to go here. Okay. Yeah, I don't love courtyard. Courtyard were never a good time as a bullied kid. And I remember one time I was like talking to someone and suddenly I fell to the ground. And basically what happened is that some kid had thrown like a big ass rock. Not really, from what I understood, intended to hit someone or something, right? I wasn't really a target, it wasn't even someone I knew. But it basically hit me in the back of the head, and that's why I just suddenly fell down, because I was like, you know, knocked out for a second or something. That's the okay. And then, I got back up and I turned around and there was like 5 kids and I didn't know which would work and no one would say. And I bled a little bit, but it wasn't that bad. And then it became a big thing where like the kind of, what would you call it, like the disciplinary person at the school made me come into like their room and they gave me like a book with a picture of every freaking kid from the school, like 200 plus kids, and I had to try to like look and see what did this to me, even though I said I don't know, because like 5 people showed up and they all said it wasn't them. So I spent like an hour looking through the book and I saw the people obviously that like came to me, and I really wasn't sure, though there was one guy that like because he was the first to talk to me, like, I was thinking like maybe it's him, right? And at first I was like, I don't want to accuse someone if it's not them, right? But the disciplinary person was really pushing me, like, you really have to tell me, like, we did this to you, and, you really have to choose someone. So I chose one guy, and I still kind of feel bad to this day because I really wasn't sure it was him. But, like, I was already, like, a scared kid, so, I wasn't going to, like, not choose someone when, like, the disciplinary person was telling me to. And so I chose that guy, and then he was brought in the room with me, which was kind of terrible, and he kept saying, like, it's not me, you get it wrong. And I kept saying, like, I'm not really sure, but, classic school stuff, whatever, like, I guess we'll punish you anyway. And, never, the guy never took revenge or anything, but I always felt bad about it because I was just absolutely not sure to this day that it was him. I only ended up saying, like, it's him because he was the first one to talk to me after I got up. And I still remember the story to this day, and I hope you can forgive me if it wasn't him. I really don't know, like, how bad he was punished for that, but I just hope it was him. Like, seriously. I just hope it was him. So that's how the cruel car looks. That's my story. Amongst many stories of the courtyard, there's always some stories. Like the kid who came with a knife, the kid who smacked someone with a skateboard, the time one friend asked me to look out for him so he could like sneak out through a door to escape because he didn't want to run into the school like running day. He was a fat guy. Me too, but he just really didn't want to do it, so he came for the morning. And then like Atreus says that lunchtime, there was like 2 entrances, I guess. The main entrance was guarded by the adult, I guess, but the back entrance is usually like not as closely looked at. And so he just wanted me and like 2 other guys to like try to help him with the timing of his escape. And then I remember, like, we told him it was good, and he just opened the door and started running, which is funny because he was running away not to run into the school run, right? And I just remember, like, he looked really funny running away. I remember that, and I actually almost did it as well because once I saw him doing it, I was like, I also don't want to run in this, but then I was like, yeah, I mean, dead end. It's not a good idea for me to do this. Oh, there used to be a road here. We actually reached the dead end, no? Okay. Okay. So yeah, that's my story. Doesn't seem like, again, most of Gunma looks ultra mountainous. Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna find much more than mountains, but nice looking mountains at least. And a pumpkin. Now, Gunma looks pretty cool. Seriously, that's the top 3 of the prefecture I like to visit. And I would probably visit, yeah. I think what's good is that, since it's so mountainous, most of the actual historical stuff is probably like very concentrated, you know what I mean? Very concentrated, so it's like you don't have to travel far to get to the different entrance point, Creepy forest, I would say. Naganohara. Kind of creepy. You know what? I said I wanted to go to Kiryu Gunma. So it was over here. Wait, where? Wait, is it? Oh, I guess it's kind of here and here. Okay, it's kind of confusing. Alright then. Well, let's see if we can see Kiryu Kazuma. Where is Kiryu Kazuma? Where is he? I don't think he's ever been to Gunma. Ah, you never know actually. Yeah, looks like a normal city. Looks like a pretty normal city actually. Nothing too surprising. Okay. Okay, yeah. I don't think I'll find too much more to say, so we might leave it at that. Okay, well, that was nice though. I enjoyed this one. I think that was maybe the best of the last few. Fuck. I was about to say that was maybe the best of the last few streams, and I managed to fuck it up at the end. I just dropped my can of monster, and there's monster all over the ground. Talk about like jinxing yourself by saying things were good, going great. Shit, it's my keyboard. Okay, it's not that bad because it was almost empty. Almost empty. Anyway, I was about to say, yeah, there was, you know, I think the Wikipedia was more full, so that was one of the best Prefectures stream in the last couple. I guess not every stream will be as equal in quality, but I enjoyed doing this one, even though once again I had 0 viewers. I seem to not really attract too much interest with the stream, but I am enjoying it, so for now I'll, you know, stay committed to doing them. Maybe eventually, if there's really 0 viewer all the time, I might stop and, you know, I guess learn about the prefecture on my own or something. You know, it's always about that, right? Like, if no one is watching, I might as well do another stream. But yeah, I'm still enjoying them, and yeah, next week, I guess, let's decide right now. Aomori. Yeah, let's do Aomori next week. How about that? Yeah, I need to end the stream and clean this up. Okay, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this stream as always. If you're watching the VOD, like, subscribe, comment, and see you next time for more Japan Prefecture. Aomori next time. ExoticBankai.